Ready? Play.
What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down a fascinating round one matchup at the WTA event coming up in Auckland. And that round one clash is between Alexandra Eala of the Philippines and Donna Vekic of Croatia. Youth versus experience, patience versus power. But who will eventually prevail? This is a classic early round clash. Donna Vekic comes in as the established name, of course a former top 20 player with years of experience on the WTA tour. Alex Eala, meanwhile, continues her rise, gaining valuable main draw experience and showing she belongs at this level. When Donna Vekic is playing well, she's dangerous. She has a decent serve, a heavy forehand, and likes to take the ball early to control points. On faster hard courts like in Auckland, that aggressive style can be very effective. However, consistency has often been the question mark with Donna, and if she starts leaking unforced errors or loses rhythm, she can give opponents openings, especially players who are willing to grind. And that's where Eala comes in. She brings a very different outlook to the game. She's quick, disciplined, and tactically sound. Nevertheless, she's not just a grinder. She can also take her opportunities when they present themselves, with excellent court coverage and shot tolerance. Eala doesn't just rely on raw power. She does also thrive on extending rallies, redirecting pace, and forcing mistakes. Her challenge will be handling Vekic's pace, especially on serve and first strike forehands. Of course, the Eala serve continues to be a weakness, but she may have made some improvements to that part of the game during the off-season. If Eala can neutralize that power from Vekic and stay mentally composed, she can make this match uncomfortable for Vekic. Let's have a look at the tail of the tape. They've never met before, so this is a new encounter for both players. Donna Vekic has won 4 career singles titles on the main tour. Eala has yet to make that breakthrough. Of course, she did make a 250 final in Eastbourne last year, and she did win a 125 event in Mexico. So far, Alex Eala has accrued $1.3 million in prize money, whilst Donna Vekic has exceeded $10 million across her career. This, of course, will be the first match for both players this coming season. Eala actually comes into it as the higher ranked of the two at 53, whilst Vekic has slipped down to 69 in the world. Remember, of course, Vekic is a former Wimbledon semi-finalist. She also has a career high of 17, whereas Eala's career high is 50. Eala is the much younger of the two competitors. She is 20 years of age, whereas Vekic is 29. I do think that may come into account if it goes the distance. Eala is, of course, from the Philippines, as mentioned before, whilst Vekic is from Croatia. Vekic has a slight height advantage, 4 centimeters taller than Eala. But what about Vekic coming up against the left-handers? That will be a challenge for Donna. As I said, I do think if this gets grueling, and in fact I expect it to go the distance, this could go in Eala's favour. And in fact, I do think it is going to go the distance in 3 sets, and I think Eala will just squeeze it out, probably in 3 tight sets, but expect the usual Alex roller coaster encounter where she breaks and gets broken on multiple occasions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tennis previews. There'll be plenty more to come as the season gets up and running down under and in New Zealand. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca Jorge, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
My name is Zainab Samas, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paulini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you are tuning in from. And apologies for the delay in bringing you coverage of this round one clash in Auckland. Just to give you some breaking news, Donna Vekic won the first set by 6-4. Eala and Donna Vekic have exchanged breaks at the beginning of the second set, and it is now 2-2. So it was a scenario where we were looking at a break of advantage for Alex Eala, but that break has been ceded. As I predicted, I think, in the preview, where I did posit the suggestion that Alex Eala may well be on a bit of a roller coaster, as she often is. I'm going to share the score with you on the screen right now. Do let me know your predictions in the live chat as we see it. It's 2 games all and love 15. $15 all now. Donna Vekic hitting 3 aces thus far, and Eala has yet to hit and serve winner. Remember, do hit that like button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. $15.30 now. So Eala under a little bit of pressure here on her serve in New Zealand. And misses on the first serve. Good morning, Jake. Apologies for my delay. Decent return there from Vekic. We're into the rally, but Vekic goes long on the backhand side, down the line, but it was too long, and it is 30 all.
Big point here for both players.
$40-30. What a forehand that was from Alex Eala.
Smacked into the corner. Eala 3-2.
3-2 for Alex Eala. So, Eala holds from 15-30 down. Remember, we've had 2 breaks of serve already at the beginning of this set. We did have an early lead, 2-love for Eala. Donna Vekic taking the first set. Let's have a quick look around some of the other results from Auckland today. In fact, let's have a quick look at the draw. So we've already got a nice tasty clash in round 2 between Alina Svitolina and Katie Bolter. both of them winning their first round clashes in straight sets. These are all results from the WTA event in Auckland. We had a straight sets win for Seidel as well. She is through, where she will play Sonny Cartel. And by the way, Cartel came through a bit of an epic today, 6-1, 6-7, 6-3 against Chen. Jovic, by the way, of course, which is, I believe, the doubles partner of Alex Eala. Jovic is through in 3 sets after beating Krutzen. She will play Bejlek in the next round after Bejlek beat Pana Udvardi 7-5, 6-1. Also in the next round, we have Quevedo against Kostulas. Peyton Stearns. By the way, since that loss to Venus Williams in Washington, it feels like Peyton has fallen off a cliff. She lost to the Spaniard Quevedo, who will play the Belgian Kostulas. And Magdalenette beat Venus Williams in 3 sets. No shame there in that result. Venus against the number 5 seed. Alicia Parks lost in the straight sets to the Italian Cocciaretto. And Marchenko, by the way, awaits the winner of this particular clash between Vekic and Eala. We've got a second round clash between Wong and Zarazua. Zarazua beating Sloane Stephens in 3 sets. Wong coming through 7-5 in the third over the American McNally. Fran Jones of the UK will be playing Austria's Kraus in the next round. Kraus beating her compatriot Grabher in straight sets earlier. Fran Jones coming through in 3 sets over Emma Navarro. So a bit of a surprise there. Emma not off to the best of starts in 2026. Anyway, we have some good news for Alex Eala fans. She has got up love 30 already on the Donna Vekic serve. Hi, Jean, and hi, Jake, as well. Great to have you back on board too. So Vekic is serving at love 30. Do remember to hit that like button. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. What a forehand winner that is for Donna Vekic. That was a serve plus 1, but she had no business making it a serve plus 1. But making it a serve plus 1 is exactly what she did. It was a decent return from Eala. 15-30. Drop shot here from Vekic is also exquisite. 30 all. The spot of ball that she was in a couple of moments ago has been snuffed out, at least for now. It was a last second choice there from the Croatian. Decent return here from Eala off a good serve from Vekic. Now into the rally. Forehand to forehand right now. Of course, what a good forehand that is from Eala. And it sort of semi-forced the error as Vekic goes long, and it's 30-40. Eala goes long on the return. Deuce. It is advantage Donna Vekic after a good serve there. +1 once again. Serve here getting her out of a bit of trouble. Good serve down the tee once again. Is she going to put this +1 away? She is. 3 all. Excuse me. Big hold there for Donna Vekic from love 30 down, but then she reels off 5 points in a row. Not sure. Could do. Yeah, I'm not ruling it out. Yeah, I mean, regarding her being seeded this time last year, it's a fall for Vekic, but it's not. I mean, it's not like she was top 10 and now she's 60 odd in the world. I think Rebecca should be coming up in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Okay, anyway, back to this particular encounter. We've got Alex Eala serving at love 15. Serve into the net. So it's a second serve for Vekic to look at. Backhand return is long from Donna. It was a second serve as well. It was a tame one, as you would expect from Alex. But Vekic couldn't control it. And it's 15 all. Yeah, Rebecca is on last on centre court in Brisbane. Yeah. Double fault, Alex Eala. Sorry, tell a lie. Tell a lie. Ignore me. Alex Eala, 30-15. Okay, so Eala to serve. Where are you going to go with this serve? You're going to go down the tee. It's a good serve from Alex, but well defended by Vekic. But that's a good serve +1 forehand winner there for Alex Eala. Vekic did really well just to get her racket on that. Thank you for tuning in, Jake, especially after some night shifts. That's first serve is long from Eala. Decent forehand there. What a backhand that is from Vekic, but well defended by Eala, but there's nothing she could do about that. That backhand from Donna Vekic. Tell you what, she means business today. Look at her taking it so early. Alex did well to get her racket on it. And then in the end, it was a simple job to put that backhand winner away. Do remember to hit the like button, by the way, on this video. So here we are. Eala serving. It's now deuce. Back-to-back points in a row there for Vekic. Applying a little bit of pressure here to the Eala serve. And there's going to be even more pressure now as it's going to be a second serve for Donna Vekic to look at. And it's a double fault. It's a double fault from Alex Eala. So we've got advantage Vekic. Good serve down the tee there from Alex Eala. She screams the delight as she brings up an ace. Deuce. Bang on the line. Deuce it is. Breakpoint saved. Serve down the tee, backhand return, but it must have clipped the net, so it's going to be another first serve for Alex Eala. It landed in, but it just clipped the net on the way through. Misses the first serve. First serve goes into the net, so a second serve here for Vekic to look at. Backhand return is really good from Donna. She's on the attack, is Vekic. That's a good forehand. Nothing that Eala can do about that. And from the minute that second serve came in, Vekic was ready to pounce, and pounce she did. Second break point of this game. 3-all, break point, Donna Vekic. Second serve as well. That must have just missed that first serve because it was pretty close to landing in. Ooh, second serve that clipped the net but landed in. So still a second serve here. Eala cannot afford a double fault here. If she double faults, she'll be broken. Backhand return from Vekic is good. Forehand from Eala is sensational. Wow. Deuce. Okay, into the rally here. Good aggressive play there from Eala, and it's going to be a game point now for the Filipina. Advantage, Alex Eala. Misses the first serve. So a second serve here for Donna Vekic to look at. Forehand return from Donna into the forehand of Alex Eala, but Alex has missed the forehand, and it is deuce. Serve into the forehand of Vekic, forehand of Eala, backhand Vekic is decent. Backhand from Eala is really good. Forehand drop shot from Eala is going to help her win the point. Game point, Alex Eala. And Eala holds. Big hold there for Alex Eala, saving 2 break points. This set is already 43 minutes old. And it's over to you, Donna Vekic. It's now a change of ends. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back.
Ready? Play.
How has life changed since that Miami run for you? Or has it not changed at all?
A lot has changed technically, but I don't really feel, at the same time, not much has changed. It's hard to explain. I've had the same work ethic since I was young, so nothing in terms of how I go about my day has really changed. Of course, there's a big difference between last month and this month in terms of my results, my ranking, but when you focus on the things that I need to focus on, there's nothing much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel any more pressure?
I think it's normal to feel some pressure after a big run like this. But tennis is a game that has a lot of pressure in whichever moment that you're in your life. And I think that I've done the best I could with my mentality and talking with my team about how I can handle it, and hopefully that shows on court.
The win over Iga, is that the best moment of your career so far, would you say?
Of course. I think all of those, all the wins that week, and even the match against Jessica was such important moments in my life.
Yeah, sure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. All things tennis indeed. We are here. Donna Vekic is serving. She's just missed out on the opportunity of a couple of break points. And it is 3-4. Remember to get all your tennis equipment, by the way, from Tennis Warehouse. The link, I've just posted it in the live chat, but it's also right at the beginning. It's also in the description below. And when you find some tennis equipment that you enjoy and like, make sure you use the code TALK10. That's TALK and then the number 10. So TALK10. When you check out, you will get a discount on goods, including, for example, this lovely tennis bag, which you can get for less than 50 euros. And that's 6 tennis rackets will squeeze into that bag with no trouble at all. Anyway, love 30 here on the Vekic serve. So we had love 30 in the previous service game, but 5 points in a row for Donna meant that she saved serve. A double fault, by the way, though, this time for Donna Vekic, and it's love 40. So 3 break points for Alex Eala. Serve into the net. Second serve here for Alex Eala to look at love 40. The previous service game, it was a lot of good serves from Donna that got her out of trouble. Good, what a return from Alex Eala. She breaks, and now she's going to serve for the second set. Wow, in lightning quick time, this set has been turned on its head. Five, 3, Eala. She's going to serve for the set. Deep breaths here for Alex. She saved 2 break points in the previous game. Or a previous service game, I should say. Good serve that confused, I think, Vekic. She was anticipating the serve down the tee, but no. Eala went out wide, and it is 15 love. Good morning, Dan. How are you? Second serve here at 15 love for Vekic to look at. Backhand return is into the net. So it is 30 love. That's 2 returns now from Vekic that have gone into the net. That one on the second serve will disappoint her, but also the first one before will disappoint her because of the fact that she misanticipated it, if that makes sense. Second serve. First serve just missed. Just a bit long there from Alex. So a second serve here for Vekic to look at. She's hugging that baseline. Forehand return winner there from Vekic is too good. – 30-15. Backhand return here is off the first serve. Lovely forehand there from Alex. Well defended by Donna. Donna still defending for her life, and it might well get her back into the point. Now she's on the attack, but she's going to go long on that forehand, much to her frustration. 40-15, Alex Eala, and it is 2 set points for the Filipina. So, Eala here, 40-15. Serves out wide. Good forehand return there from Vekic. Now Vekic does a drop shot and it's too good. It actually wasn't perfectly executed, but Alex was like, nah, I'm not going to get that one. 40-30. First serve into the net. So a second serve here for Donna Vekic to look at. Backhand return is really good. Second set point has been saved. So from 40-15, we've got to deuce. Is Vekic going to get back into this second set? 2 set points come and go. Eala desperate for a first serve here at deuce. Bit of a cumbersome return, but well executed in the end from Donna. Is Eala going to get that much needed first serve? Let's see. No, she's not. Going to go long. Feels like she's missing a lot of first serves at the moment. Deuce, second serve. Decent return. Wonderful forehand from Eala. Backhand cross court from Eala. Forehand from Vekic is too good. It is break point, Donna Vekic. First serve, it's in this time. They're into the rally. So break point, Donna Vekic. Forehand is good from Eala. Oh, what a wonderful drive forehand that is from Alex Eala. Deuce. Saves the break point. So, Eala to serve. First serve into the net. Again, that brings up some frustration from Alex because she knows she's missing a lot of first serves at the moment. Second serve here. Oh, good forehand return there. Advantage Vekic. Second break point for the Croat. Misses the first serve, does Eala. Second serve here for Donna Vekic. Backhand return from Donna. Forehand Eala goes into the net. Vekic breaks. 2 set points were saved. And now we're back on serve in Auckland. 4-5. They will go for the change of ends. And when they return, Vekic will be serving to stay in the set. So this set is far from done now. But the complexion of this match has changed pretty dramatically. Four-five. Let's have a look around. Let's maybe go over. Shall we go over to Brisbane because this is the last match in Auckland for the day. So if we go over to Brisbane, have a quick look to see what's going on there. WTA 500. The Brisbane International. So, some scores from today, 3rd of January. Keys beat Kessler in straight sets. Schneider beat Potapova in straight sets. Sabalenka beating Buxa 6-love, 6-1. Alexandrova beating Kenin in straight sets. And Shastaya beating Ostapenko in straight sets. All of these from today. All of them straight sets. Mukova and Tomjanovic are just getting underway with the Australian serving first. So, yeah. Maybe some United Cup results. But let's have a quick look back at this match now, actually, though, in Auckland with Eala here. 15-love, Donna Vekic. Forehand return is long. So 30-love. This is the first serve down the tee, does Vekic. So a second serve here for Eala to look at. Good return from Alex. We're into the rally. Lovely backhand down the line from Eala, and it's going to force the error from Vekic on the run, 30-15. So Vekic to serve here, 30-15. Good first serve. Eala gets her racket on it. We're into the rally. Is that backhand going to land in? No, it's not. 30 all. Close call, but 30 all. So, Game point or set point? Incoming. First serve is into the net. Second serve. Backhand return is decent. It's going to force the error, and we're going to have another set point for Alex Eala. From 30 love, looking comfortable on her serve, Donna Vekic. This game has unraveled, and we now have a break point. Well, it's a set point for Alex Eala. It's her third set point. The previous two came on her serve. This one is on Donna's serve. And she's missed the first serve. So Eala ready to pounce inside the baseline for this second serve. Good return from Eala. Forehand, backhand Eala. Ooh. Ooh. And it's out. Alex Eala wins the second set. Clenched fist from the Filipina. Third time of asking on the set points. It was a hell of a rally there with some really close net coverage, really low shots over the net from Vekic. There was a few that I thought were going to clip the net. There was also a few that were very close to the line. Anyway, this second set, in terms of stats, we have 1 ace apiece. We have 3 double faults apiece. Eala getting 55% of her first serves in. She's going to do better than that in the next set, I suggest. But it doesn't matter because she has won this set by 6 games to 4. She won 41 points compared to Donna Vekic's 35. Donna's going to have a break, by the way. She's going to go off court. Look at this. Second serve points won. Donna Vekic, 31%. For her second serve points won. Alex Eala, 30%. So it doesn't get much better. Perhaps Vekic will be a little disappointed that she doesn't do a bit better in terms of her break point opportunities. She won 2 from 7, whereas Eala won 3 from 4. So Vekic has gone for a break, and we will do the same. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Ready. Play.
Any up-and-coming players we should be looking out for in Asia? Certainly, Eala is one that's obviously, she's got a lot of attention with her runs this year. I mean, what is Ayala's ceiling? I think, she has, top 50 potential, and then perhaps, I think she can be a player that would be seeded, in the slams. So, and perhaps maybe top 20. Who knows? That's maybe her ceiling, I would say. But top 10 is I think, be difficult with, where her serve is. I mean, her serve is obviously a weakness, and it should be better than it is. But of course, that is something that can be worked on. So, perhaps with the right coaching, she can do better, because the rest of her game's pretty good. I mean, she's not got the biggest weapons, but she's quite an aggressive player. She's quite good overall technically. And
Alex Eala has had a good 2025 so far, considering that this is really her first full year on the WTA Tour. She's already achieved a lot of milestones this year. For example, reaching her first WTA final, getting her career high ranking of 56, and also being able to get into the main draws of 2 slams already, Roland Garros and Wimbledon. So I think in terms of the milestones that she is looking for in her young career, she's ticking off a lot of the check boxes for them. In terms of if we're thinking about her ceiling or what it would look like for her to maximize her full potential, I think it's a bit challenging to say, mainly because we don't know yet how the aspects of her game will develop. For example, like her serve, which has been pinpointed as the biggest weakness of her game, for example. So we don't know how well that will develop throughout like the next couple of years. So depending on that, I think that would be the biggest factor. But we already can see the things that she has in her arsenal. Like, she is a really good worker. She has a really great return. She's very aggressive on return, and she competes very well. Like, she is always in there, always in it for the fight, which all of these things I think will help her in the long run. Maybe I can see her vacillating between top 20, top 30, around that. Probably hard courts will still be the where she will find the most success. So very interesting to see how well she'll do in this upcoming North American swing, and especially in the last slam of the year, the US Open.
It's quite difficult to tell at such a young age what Alex Eala's ceiling will be, and you know, we do see some inconsistency from her on the tour right now, but we are seeing some improvements, and we saw even the serve was doing a bit better on the grass. I do think that ultimately hard will always be her best surface, and I think she acknowledges that too. She had a lot of difficulties on the clay. I know she took a set off Iga, but that ended up being the highlight of her clay court season by some margin, with early exits in Rome and also the French Open to follow. But anyway, as for her ceiling, top 20, yeah, that's feasible. But we're going to need to see bigger improvements, especially just it's the serve. If she had a Sabalenka serve, she'd be top 10, no doubt. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Rinderknech saved 2 match points today to beat Fabio Caboli in the United Cup. We are here into a third set between Alex Eala and Donna Vekic. Vekic is just having an off-court break. Let's have a quick look to see how Mukova is getting on in her clash in Brisbane. They are on serve. Mukova Tomjanovic, first round of Brisbane. It is 1-2 Mukova serving. Just a moment.
Ready? Play.
How has life changed since that Miami run for you, or has it not changed at all?
A lot has changed technically, but I don't really feel, at the same time, not much has changed. It's hard to explain. I've had the same work ethic since I was young, so nothing in terms of how I go about my day has really changed. Of course, there have been there's a big difference between last month and this month in terms of my results, my ranking, but when you focus on the things that I need to focus on, there's nothing much.
Okay.
Much.
Do you feel any more pressure?
I think it's normal to feel some pressure after a big run like this. But tennis is a game that has a lot of pressure in whichever moment that you're in your life, and I think that I've done the best I could with my mentality and talking with my team about how I can handle it, and hopefully that shows on court.
The win over Iga, is that the best moment of your career so far, would you say?
Of course. I think all of those, all the wins that week, and even the match against Jessica was each such important moments in my life.
Yeah, sure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Third set. $15.30 here on the Eala serve. As we welcome viewers on Instagram. $30 all. $30 all becomes 40-30. Good serve there from Alex Eala. Game point for the Filipina. First serve into the net. Forehand to forehand. The forehand from Donna Vekic goes long. 1-love, Alex Eala. So, Vekic to serve at love 1. Change of t-shirt for the Croat. Change of ends for both players. Forehand return. And Eala goes long there. So 15-love. Just going to get my battery charger for my phone. Next point goes the way of Alex Eala. $15 all. $30-15 now for Vekic. Hi, Joseph. Yeah, we aren't legally allowed to broadcast the match, unfortunately. Good serve down the tee there. Ace, Donna Vekic, 40-15, 2 game points. First serve is missed. So a second serve here for Eala to look at. She's inside the baseline, but she misses the return on the backhand side. So 1 game all. Vekic shaking her head there. Okay, 1 all. Eala serves, forehand return, backhand Eala, forehand from Vekic, dealt with that pace well. She's absorbing the pace from Eala pretty well today. She's going to have to absorb it again. That time, though, she couldn't do so on the defense. And it's 15 love. Forehand return is into the net, 30 love. First serve is missed, so it's a second serve here for Vekic to look at. Into the body, forehand return. Forehand from Eala is sensational, and it is 40 love. Smiles there from Alex. Alex Eala holds for 2-1. Yes, I did, Jane. Straight sets win over Alexander Zverev, and the German was not happy at all. And Happy New Year to you as well. Must be very early where you are, Jane, right now. 2-1 change of ends anyway, here in Auckland. It's a comfortable hold for Alex. It's an unusual scenario for her. Some good first strike tennis there from the Filipina to get that hold. Remember, it was pretty tight that first set. We got to 4-3 Eala. Eala then breaks for 5-3, serves for the second set, gets to 40-15, couple of break points on, couple of set points on her serve, She couldn't take either of them as Eala punished that weak second serve of Alex's, and we get back on serve. But then Vekic serving at 4-5 was unable to hold. She got to 30 love, did Vekic on her serve in that game. But then lost 4 points in a row, and Eala took that set. 3 games so far in this third set have all been holds. But now it's 1-2, Vekic to serve. Okay, Vekic serves. Forehand return is into the net from Eala. 15 love. Forehand return. Backhand from Vekic is going to be a winner. 30 love. So Vekic here serving 1-2, 30 love. Vekic down the tee. I think it's a clean ace. Indeed it is. 40 love, 3 game points. Maybe Eala on that one was just a little too aggressive in her return position, especially for a first serve. Forehand return, backhand from Eala, from Vekic is going to miss just a few centimeters in that one. 40-15. Ace, Donna Vekic. No. Yes, ace, Donna Vekic. Another ace for the Croat. Much to the delight of some of the Croats in the crowd. And it is 2-all. Just sort of shaking out her wrist there a little bit. Something to keep an eye on, perhaps. 2-all. First serve lands in from Eala. Forehand Eala is going to be too good. 15 love. First serve hits the net. Lands in. So it's going to be another first serve for Alex Eala. This time it lands in. Into the rally. Backhand cross court. Forehand from Vekic is good. Backhand from Eala's got a lot of pace on it, but Vekic deals with it well. Good depth there from Alex, but what a good forehand that is from Vekic. And a drop shot there is not going to work, and Eala wins the point. 15 love. Becomes 30 love. That was a great rally. That drop shot was nowhere near good enough. Too much height, too much of a bounce on it. She knew it as soon as it came off her racket. You could see the reaction there from Vekic, knowing what she'd done. I think she was keen for the rally to end, one way or another. First serve lands in. Decent return, though, from Vekic, forcing the error, arguably, from Eala. And it is 30-15. First serve down the tee. Decent return. Backhand cross court. Forehand from Vekic goes into the net. 40-15. So, Eala hit a serve at 40-15. 2 game points for a 3-2 lead. Clips the net, lands in. So it's going to be another first serve for Alex Eala. Backhand return. Backhand from Eala. Forehand from Vekic. A slice there from Alex Eala. Forehand is a bit loose there from Eala. It goes out and it's going to be 40-30. First serve goes long. Second serve. Forehand return is good from Vekic. Eala on the defense. Vekic on the attack. From the minute that the serve was returned, it was all about the Vekic attack, and it is now deuce. 40-15 to deuce. It's just too easy to pick off these returns at the moment for Vekic. Down the tee, backhand return. Forehand from Eala is good. Forehand, going to be another forehand for Alex, though. Good defense there from Vekic. Eala hugging that baseline with these backhands. Another backhand this time. Vekic can't, though, deal with that one. Eala was going to come into the net. In fact, she came into the net, but it wasn't necessary in the end. Eala game point. So, Eala is serving. Game point for the Filipina. First serve lands in, but it's a good return from Vekic. Now on the forehand for Donna. Forehand for Eala is going to also land in. Forehand here, Eala going cross court. Vekic on the backhand. Eala on the forehand. It's a forehand winner from Alex Eala, and she screams with delight on 2 occasions, much to the delight of certain sections of the crowd. She's proving herself to be a pretty popular figure. 3-2. 5 holes of serve in this third set, which feels a bit of a novelty. Do make sure you hit that like button and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new. By the way, also check out Tennis Warehouse Europe for all your tennis goods, including, by the way, I think this is the best value piece of equipment you'll find out in the tennis World Wide Web. You can get 6 rackets in that bag, and that bag is less than 50 euros. So less than $65, less than £45 for a tennis bag with 6 rackets can go in it. It's a Tennis Warehouse own brand, and to be honest with you, it's about half the price of most of the other branded rackets in terms of it's just the bag. So it does the job just as effectively, if not more so, but for a lot less price. Make sure you use Talk 10 when you check out. TALK 10 when you check out. And you'll get a discount. Also, you can get any, of course, equipment you wish. There is a link in the description. There it is as well, just showing for you on the screen. So, Vekic here, 2-3 against Alex Eala. And it is Vekic who's now under a little bit of pressure on her serve at 2-3. Players are just returning to the court. 27 minutes so far for this set. It's new balls, though, that Downs going to be able to serve with, so a small advantage there for the serve with the new balls. Backhand return. Backhand from Vekic. Forehand cross court there from Eala. Good depth from the Filipina. And Vekic is going to go long, does she? I think so. Yes, love 15. Good serve down the tee, though, there from Donna. Eala can't deal with it, and it is 15 all. Serve into the net. Second serve here for Vekic. It's a double fault. A double fault from Donna Vekic. Ill-timed indeed. There's never a good time to hit a double fault, but this is certainly not a good time at all. 15-30. Good serve there, though, from Donna. The new balls there fizzing off the surface. 30 all. Another good serve that Eala can't deal with. 40-30. So a double fault has been followed up with two really good first serves from Donna. This time she misses the first serve. Second serve. Double fault. So it's been double fault, two excellent first serves, and double fault from Donna Vekic. Deuce. Backhand return. Forehand from Vekic is too good. It's a really good forehand there from Donna. Game point now for Donna Vekic and 3 all. It's gone the distance as I expected it to. Second serve, though, because the first serve here from Vekic goes into the net on the ad side. Forehand return from Eala's decent. Moonball there from Vekic. Oh, not a bad idea, because actually it draws an error from Alex Eala. She goes long on the forehand. 3 all. Okay, backhand return is going to go long. It's a bit of a gift there for 15 love. 6 holes of serve. That is a little surprising given how many breaks we had across the first 2 sets. 15 love here, Eala. Good serve down the tee. Unreturned, 30 love. Ooh, that forehand return has been missed by Donna Vekic by the closest of margins. But it does bring up 3 game points for Alex Eala, 40 love. Backhand return is into the net. Eala clenches her fist. She holds for 4-3. And we will take a quick break.
Ready. Play.
How has life changed since that Miami run for you? Or has it not changed at all?
A lot has changed technically, but I don't really feel, at the same time, not much has changed. It's hard to explain. I've had the same work ethic since I was young, so nothing in terms of how I go about my day has really changed. Of course, there's a big difference between last month and this month in terms of my results, my ranking, but when you focus on the things that I need to focus on, there's nothing much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel any more pressure?
I think it's normal to feel some pressure after a big run like this. But tennis is a game that has a lot of pressure in whichever moment that you're in your life. And I think that I've done the best I could with my mentality and talking with my team about how I can handle it, and hopefully that shows on court.
The win over Iga, is that the best moment of your career so far, would you say?
Of course. I think all of those, all the wins that week and even the match against Jessica was each such important moments in my life.
Yeah, sure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Vekic serving, love 15. And it's going to be a second serve for Alex Eala to look at. Backhand into the backhand of Vekic. Backhand cross court now. Forehand from Vekic is going to just clip the line. Eala defends it. Can she defend this? Yes, she can. She's back in the rally now. Vekic was really high up in the rally, ceded that advantage, goes for the drop shot. Eala just gets her racket on it. Oh, Eala wins that point somehow. Look at those Filipinas going nuts in the crowd. love 30. I don't know how she won that point, but she did. The drop shot was much better this time from Vekic, but Eala chased it down and did a lovely sliced backhand cross court that Vekic could not deal with. Love 30. Eala gets the break here, and she'll be serving for the match. But it's an ace out wide from Donna Vekic. She breathes a sigh of relief, 15-30. Just clipping the line. Another close call, but it's in. Remember, 1% in is 100% in, if that makes sense. Okay, serve down the tee, lands in, we're into the rally. Good return, actually, that from Eala with good depth. Backhand wayward from Vekic, goes into the tram lines, and we have 2 break points for Alex Eala. Yet to have a break of serve in this set. 7 unbroken games. It was back-to-back breaks at the end of the... Was it back-to-back? It might have even been 3, actually, breaks in a row. I think it was at the end of the second set. And in this set, we've yet to have a break. But it's 15-40 here. First serve goes into the net. So a second serve for Eala to look at. We know exactly what the Filipina's going to do here. She's inside the baseline, ready to pounce. Clips the net. A second serve. Clip the net, landed in, so a second serve. Well inside the baseline. It's a good serve from Vekic. Aggressive second serve that Eala couldn't deal with. One of the break points has been saved from Vekic. So 30-40. First serve down the tee. Forehand goes long from Vekic. We have the break. The first one of the set. 5-3. These fans are going nuts. (5-3). Eala serving for the match. 41 minutes on the clock for this particular set. Each set has been at least 48 minutes. If this is going to be 48 minutes, this set, it's going to have to be an epic game here, or even a break of serve for Vekic. Okay, serve, forehand return, forehand from Eala, it's decent. Vekic on the defense, drive volley from Eala. It's not going to win the point outright, but actually Vekic can't deal with it. Vekic seems to be unhappy about something, but it's 15 love. Okay, the crowd cheering before the point is over. Yeah, that is annoying. Okay, 15 love. First serve down the tee is missed. So a second serve here. Backhand return from Vekic. Not good enough, though, by her standards. We're into the rally right now. Backhand here from Vekic is much better. Defense from Eala is not going to deal with that. 15 all. I would expect Vekic to do more on the return there than normal, but it doesn't matter because ultimately she ended up winning that rally. 15 all. First serve is missed by Eala. So 15 all, second serve. Backhand return. Backhand from Eala. Forehand from Vekic. Backhand cross court from Alex. Forehand now from Vekic. Backhand from Eala down the center of the court. Oh, Eala's missed that forehand into the tram lines. 15-30. Okay, Eala's serving. Backhand return from Vekic is going to go long. 30 all. Bit of relief there for Eala. Okay, Eala hit serving 30 all. Misplaced toss. She's serving for the match and a place in the second round. Double fault, Alex Eala. 30-40. Break point, Donna Vekic. Backhand return. Backhand from Eala down the center of the court. She goes long. Vekic breaks. 5-4. Well, well, well. Do hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. We are coming to a crescendo here. Alex Eala there at 30 all was 2 points away from the match. But a double fault followed by an unforced error, costly for Alex Eala. And we're back on serve at 4-5. Having had no breaks of serve, 7 holds in a row, we now have back-to-back breaks. When they return to the court, Vekic will be serving at 4-5. She will be serving to stay in the match, but she's back in the match as opposed to staring down the barrel of defeat as she was just a moment ago. Do check out Tennis Warehouse Europe as well for all your goods, tennis goods that you require, and also use the code TALK10 when you check out, and you'll get some discounts on their products. Rackets and bags and clothing from all the main brands, Nike, Adidas, Asics, you name it. Lacoste, 10% discount, but make sure you use TALK10 when you check out. Okay, so Vekic will be serving 4-5. Let's have a quick look to see how Mukova is getting on. Oh, Tomljanovic won the first set in Brisbane. Over on the men's side in Brisbane, we've got Dimitrov playing Carreño Busta right now, and Dimitrov is up a set and a double break. So 6-3, 3-love with a double break. Hijikata beat Walton earlier on. Kovacevic beat Kyrgios. Cam Norrie came through a bit of a humdinger against Humbert, 7-5 in the third set. And Petri Pericard won a 3-set crazy match with Tommy Paul. Collignon beat Shapovalov in straight sets, and Nakashima beat Davidovich Fokina in straight sets. That's the ATP event in Brisbane. Anyway, Vekic is serving 15-love. Serves down the tee, backhand return, just goes the net. Drop shot, though. Oh, it's not going to work from Vekic. It was the right tactical decision because Eala was really going to never really make that. But she didn't get over the net, and it's 15 all. So, Eala has been 2 points away from victory. She's currently 3. First serve has been missed. Opportunity for Alex here on the second serve. She's inside the baseline. How aggressive is Donna going to be on the second serve? Oh, too aggressive into the net. Another double fault. That's 3 in the last 1.5 service games from Donna Vekic. It's 4-5, 15, 30. Once again, Alex Eala is 2 points away from victory. Good serve there, though. Oh, no, it must have clipped the net. So it's another first serve for Donna Vekic. She gets this first serve in, but it's a decent return from Eala. And Vekic nets on the forehand. 2 match points for Alex Eala here for a place in the second round. Make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is 4-5. Match point, Alex Eala. Okay, Vekic to serve. Where are you going to go with this serve? Oh, you've missed the first serve. So a second serve here for Alex Eala to look at on her first of 2 match points. Good return there from Eala. We're into the rally. Forehand cross court. Backhand down the middle of the court from Vekic. It's not going to be good enough. Eala's going to win the match after a forehand. Not winner, but it doesn't matter. She has won in 3 incredible sets. 4-6, 6-4, 6-4. Much to the delight of her team. It's a warm embrace at the net. Alex Eala is into the second round in Auckland. Much to her relief. That final set was 51 minutes in the end. She got it done. She was serving for the match, but got broken. And then she breaks immediately in the next game. She goes and embraces her team. Big hug there from her mother, I think it is, and her father's there as well. Donna Vekic waves to the crowd as she exits the tournament. And it went the way I thought it would. Vekic winning the first set by 6-4, but then Eala comes fighting back. They exchange breaks at the beginning of the second set, and then it remains pretty tight until the end of that second set, and Eala got the crucial break. The third set, 7 holds of serve, was then followed by 3 breaks of serve, with Eala actually serving for the match and at 2 and at 30 all, but she wasn't able to get the job done then, but then she got it done on the return. Some double faults there. There were 3 double faults from Vekic in her last 2 service games, and we're going to hear from Alex Eala now. Alex Eala indeed, as the commentator suggested, safely through to the next round. After that 6-4, 4-6, 6-4, 6-4 win. She looks delighted with that, and she is through to the round of 16 at this WTA 250 event. Let's bring up the match stats for you. Alex Eala hit just one ace in the entire match, 7 for Donna Vekic, but the double faults from Donna were costly. 3 in her last 2 service games, 9 in all, 6 from Alexandra Eala. Eala, by the way, just increased her first serve percentage slightly in that third set, pushing up to 58% first serves in, winning 67% of those first serves. But again, though, even in victory, Eala's second serve was getting punished a lot. She won just 41% of her second serves. As for Vekic, similar statistics. She got 62% of her first serves in, winning 59% of those first serves and 44% on her second. Total points won was 103 for Alex Eala and 96 for Donna Vekic. Eala winning 6 from 12 on break points, whereas Vekic winning 5 from 11. So there were 11 breaks of serve across the 3 sets. We did have 7 consecutive holds. We had patterns, didn't we? Because we had 3 breaks of serve in a row at the end of the second set. Then we had 7 holds, and then we had 3 breaks in a row at the end of the third set in a match that lasted 2 hours and 40 minutes. Alex Eala has prevailed in the Philippines. In Auckland. She has now set up a clash, which we will be previewing in a moment in the second round. But she is through. We'll be back with it in a moment. And yeah, we'll be back with a preview for that second round clash in a moment. But we'll take a quick break.
Ready? Play.
How has life changed since that Miami run for you? Or has it not changed at all?
A lot has changed technically, but I don't really feel... At the same time, not much has changed. It's hard to explain. I've had the same work ethic since I was young, so nothing in terms of how I go about my day has really changed. Of course, there's a big difference between last month and this month in terms of my results, my ranking, but when you focus on the things that I need to focus on, there's nothing much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel any more pressure?
I think it's normal to feel some pressure after a big run like this. But tennis is a game that has a lot of pressure in whichever moment that you're in your life. And I think that I've done the best I could with my mentality and talking with my team about how I can handle it, and hopefully that shows on court.
The win over Iga, is that the best moment of your career so far, would you say?
Of course. I think all the wins that week, and even the match against Jessica, was each such important moments in my life.
Yeah, sure. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. So, the next round sees Alexandra Eala come up against Petra Marchenko. Of course, both of these players through to the next round in Auckland, coming through in, I guess, similar fashions. I mean, both came through in 3 sets. Marchenko beating Camila Osorio earlier on today, 6-4, love 6, 7-6. So a bit of a humdinger there, just like the Eala Vekic match in so many ways, which was an equally dramatic affair. Eala prevailing 4-6, 6-4, 6-4 in a match that has just concluded in 2 hours and 40 minutes. So Marchenko, let's have a quick look at the tail of the tape. As I said, they've never met before. Eala actually exceeds Marchenko in terms of prize money won, almost 3 times as much money Eala has earned in her career thus far, with $1.363 million compared to just a shade under $500,000 for Petra Marchenko. Looking at their player profiles, Marchenko is ranked 82, whilst Eala is ranked 50. In terms of, 53, career high of 82, which is where Marchenko is at right now. They're both aged 20. Albeit that there is a 6-month differential. Marchenko 6 months younger than the Filipina. And one is obviously a left-hander in the form of Alexander Eala, and Petra Marchenko is a right-hander. Let's get into the preview of their Auckland clash in the second round. Let's do it right now. So, looking towards this Eala versus Marchenko clash, of course, 2 young talents with very different styles, and this one could be closer than many expect, but let's break it down. So let's go. Alexandra Eala comes into this match. Of course, she's known for her left-handed game, the clean ball striking, and high tennis IQ. She also can construct the points when necessary. She's also very good at absorbing pace. We saw that in particular in her first round clash against Donna Vekic in Auckland, as well as using her angles to pull out opponents out of position. Also, not afraid to come to the net from time to time, and I think that could be important in her second round clash with Petra Marchenko. Marchenko brings a more aggressive, perhaps power-based approach. She looks to take the ball early, but then Eala can do that too. Marchenko will certainly try to dictate with her forehand and finish points quickly when she gets control. Talking of control, the tempo control, this match likely comes down to who can control that tempo. If Eala can extend the rallies and force Marchenko into uncomfortable positions, that will favor her, especially with consistency in court winners. Something I noticed today against Vekic, by the way, was just how, I know she strikes the ball cleanly, but today it was cleaner than ever. And she was hitting the ball aggressively. She puts herself under a bit of pressure in the fact that she has to. But do you know what? There weren't that many unforced errors today. I think that was very impressive from Eala, considering how aggressive she was playing. However, if Marchenko can shorten the points and step inside the baseline, she may well have the edge. The serve and return battle. Eala's basically return game is her major weapon. When she's down, she can soon get back in it by breaking serve. Also, when she's up, though, she's also vulnerable to being broken. We saw that as well against Vekic today. Mental toughness, I think both players are young, but perhaps here the edge does lie with Alex. This is going to be a classic counterpuncher versus aggressor. I think Marchenko will certainly have the upper hand when it comes to serving. But if Eala can weather some early storms and perhaps the power of her opponent, I do expect the Filipina to prevail. And I think on this occasion, she might just do it in a little bit more comfort. I'm going to go with Alex Eala to win it in straight sets. Do let me know in the comments section below as to who you think will prevail. Of course, Eala is also involved in the doubles, as mentioned here in the live chat, alongside Jovic. But next round for her in Auckland after her 3-set win over Vekic today will be against the Croatian Petra Marchenko. Thanks for tuning in. Catch up soon. And don't forget to remember the drill, which is, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready. Play.
Confesso a imprensa com Alex Eala depois da segunda ronda deste ASB Open 125. Alex, tough one up there, of course. Thoughts on the match, please?
I think she played very well. I think it was a good match, tight one for sure, and she performed better in the tight moments, and I know what I have to improve for the next tournament. Yeah.
What do you have to improve?
Well, I think a bit of the movement. It's my first tournament on clay. Being demanding with the quality on each shot, and yeah, just take it step by step. I don't think I'm not super down after the match. I competed well. I competed to the best of my ability, and yeah, it was a good match. Yeah.
A lot of people came to support you, even at very small courts. Are you still surprised with all those people wanting to see you play? Probably most of them for the first time. How happy are you with the sport?
No, I'm super happy. It's tough conditions to watch here. Cold, windy, a lot of the times raining, and I guess that also affects the conditions of the court for the tennis. So for them to still be here and to support me despite that, it means a lot. Yeah.
Do you think the conditions maybe didn't help you today, or didn't really matter?
Maybe the balls were a bit heavier. I think the weather definitely affects clay courts more in terms of changes of condition than other surfaces. I can't say for sure that in the end it's the same. If the court's wet, the court's heavy. The court's heavy for her, the court's heavy for me. So maybe some certain aspects are advantages to certain game styles, but that's not for me to say. I can't say that it was a disadvantage or whatever. It's just how the court was today. Yeah.
Mentally speaking, how tough was it to go from the central court in Miami to the small court 17 or 18?
I mean,
was it easy for you?
Yeah, it was easy. In the end, I don't really care which court I play. I have to. This is the job. I don't expect now that I'm going to be in center court all the time. Yeah, you can't. You can't expect that. It's not a problem for me to be whichever court. Yeah.
Yeah. Now Madrid and Rome coming. You played Madrid a couple of times. How excited are you to play those two big events like Legend in the top 100? That's where you are at the moment, and how excited are you for that?
Super excited. It's Madrid. I always love going back there, and Rome will be my first time. So much to look forward to. I think, my goals for this clay season, especially after Miami, is just to do better than last year. To improve my game on clay. It's quite a short period of time compared to hard. So yeah, just to feel myself do better and feel myself keeping the level. Yeah.
What is it about clay, do you think, for you and your game that makes it maybe a little bit more tricky than hardcourt, for example?
Well, I grew up on hardcourt, so it comes more natural to me, and maybe my game is a bit more suited to there, how to move, but not to say that it should change on clay. I don't think it's in the end it's a court, so of course maybe the bounce is higher, it's affected by the weather, but you can't make it such a big deal. It's nothing to change my whole game over, so I believe that I can do just as well on clay as I can on hard. Yeah.
Just coming back to the match today, I mean, 1 or 2 points either way, and we could be looking at a third set, and who knows. And there's one big point in the tie break, I think at 2-4 maybe, or 3-2, and I know you had the line checked. From where I was standing, it was difficult to tell, but you were pretty, keen to have the umpire come and have a look.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I think I'm trying to recall that point, but there were a lot of close. And I think that's the advantage of clay, is that you have the mark, and in the end, if it's really that close, then it's the decision of the umpire. I saw what I saw, but in the end, she makes the final call. So nothing to say about that. Yeah.
Of course, it was not easy the week as well because of the weather. But did you enjoy your staying in Lisbon? Are you coming back?
Of course, tough loss today, of course, but I think there's a lot of positives to take away. I had fun with the matches that I played, competing, and of course the club is super nice. Yeah, I think organized pretty good. I mean, you had to adapt a lot with the weather, so that's not in our control. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
Alex Eala, okay? Of course, her run in Miami in particular has caught the tennis world in many respects by storm, and particularly because she's from a part of the world with a huge population and clearly a huge interest in tennis, albeit not a great pedigree in terms of Filipino players, making it. Her run also in Miami, shocked everyone. With every single win, it was like, oh my goodness me, she's beaten, Madison Keys, but she's not going to beat, of course, Iga Swiatek. And what does she do? She goes and beats Iga Swiatek. I think even before that, she played Ostapenko and beat Ostapenko too, and very, very close match with Pegula and the emotion there. She's now going to be playing in Madrid. Clay is certainly nowhere near her best surface, certainly compared to hard, as she actually told me last week in an interview. What did you make of her run in Miami and her as a player?
Yeah, I thought it was really fascinating. She uses her leftiness really well. When she went on that run, it was really impressive how she handled the big moments on the stadium court. What's interesting about her draw in Madrid is if she beats Tomova, who does she play second round? It would be Swiatek, who has that bye. So I love this in women's tennis right now, where you get like a compelling matchup, maybe a month after the first one, they could play again. But I also like how tennis, the last couple of decades, you get countries that wouldn't even be mentioned as a tennis country. You can hardly even remember a player from the Philippines. And then you all of a sudden get this talent. I like the story, the connection with Rafa Nadal and his academy. She's a lefty. A couple of times when she produced some forehands, I'm like, whew.
Yeah.
I see. It's tough to compare anybody's forehand to Nadal, but she's a great story.
She's a great story. I don't think that she'll probably have quite as many Roland Garroses in her locker as Rafa did come the end of her career, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing how she gets on. I have been made to eat my words many times regarding tennis predictions, but also regarding even Eala in Miami, with just thinking, okay, that was a great win, but I'm feeling the same in Madrid, just because I saw her on the clay last week in the WTA 125, and I just thought, okay, yeah, it's gonna be a few more years, I think, perhaps. But she's a quick learner and she's smart, and we'll see how that pans out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.